Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for October 20th to the 31st. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're gonna kick it off right now, okay? Right now. For the rest of October, blue asterisk, always the best aspects of the next 2 weeks. And yes, there's a lot more on the back. So these next 11 days are probably going to be your favorite of the month. There's a lot happening for you. I don't know where to begin. But let's start with the fact that you just, by the way, had Venus exalted Jupiter. You just had the grand air trine. You had Mars accelerating your destiny with his alignment with the north and south nodes. And to be honest, even though all of those were big events, they were kiddie pool compared to what you're about to experience, okay? We're going to the grown-up pool. We're about to have some fun. I want you to get strapped in. I hope you're cozy, okay? You got some, speaking of the pool, sit by the pool right now. Get a Diet Coke, bag of popcorn. We got a lot to talk about. From this point forward, by the way, you want me to tell you? Okay, so Pluto in your sign, yeah? Now direct. As of last week, you know that. You're going to feel that. Pluto's out of bounds. Pluto's a little wild, and he's part of your immense transformation that you're going through, okay? And just remember, he just got started too. He just moved into your sign. And so you're going to start feeling that. This is all about you. It's in your sign. It's you. It's the role that you play. It's your identity. It's all of that, okay? And remember, Pluto natively rules your 10th. So a lot of what's happening for the next 2 weeks and pretty much for the next 19 years with Pluto in your sign, a lot of career stuff. Yeah, a lot of career. Y'all gonna become famous too. 10th house is fame. We'll talk about that. Jupiter is also trining Saturn, first time in over a decade. You know, that's big. That's bringing you luck and good fortune and success and wisdom, stability for your long-term goals and aspirations and your commitments. You're building this empire because Jupiter in Cancer, that's your success of work and your everyday activities. Saturn in Pisces is your second house of income, salary, and finances. So do you see what I'm saying? We haven't even gotten to the big stuff, okay? Because you know that the power couple, Venus and Mars, they're in their home signs. They're in their happy places. They're working overtime for you when it comes to love and intimacy and money and career and wealth. Your deep passions, your deep intense passions. You know that, right? But they're also expanding your worldview. I'm going to talk about that too. And then lastly, you had the frat boys. You had Mars and Mercury in Scorpio broing down over the weekend. You remember that? The conjunction, that's now, that's big, okay? Remember, that's propelling you forward when it comes to career and fame. And if you're not here for career, remember, it's just your deep passions, what you want to be recognized for. The 10th house is very public facing. It's honors and achievements as well. And so they are making sure that you take action to receive and achieve everything that you put your mind to. And you probably will, because it's Mars and Mercury in Scorpio. And while all of that is happening, welcome to Tuesday, October 21st, a landmark day. It's a Venus-ruled new moon in Libra, 28 degrees, happening around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time, my time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world because you want to set intentions. Plant them seeds, okay? This new moon is divine. It's auspicious. It's enchanting. You're going to see the beauty in all things. It's a Venus-ruled new moon in Libra, all right? Harmony, justice, clarity, and new beginnings, okay? It's a new moon, especially when it comes to love and romance and contracts and partnerships and your pleasures and money. But also, it's your 9th house. So, book publishing, broadcasting, you starting a podcast, you writing a book. Oh, yeah, a lot of you are going to. Maybe even a blog, things like that, okay? The 9th house is also travel. A lot of y'all are traveling, okay? long distance, and if not travel, it's the ninth house, travel of the mind, but also maybe working with people, meeting people from foreign places, foreign lands. Ninth house is also education. It's higher mind, okay? So it's very spiritual. Ninth house is like the house of the gods, right? So it's not only your worldview, but it's that inner wisdom. You have a lot happening here. Fresh new perspective, huge, big transformational energy. Because this new moon, as you know, is forming this grand air trine, right? That with the moon, I mean, I talked about last week. But the bigger picture here is that it's forming that grand air trine with Uranus, your ruling planet, that's in Gemini, as well as Pluto, that's in your sign. And Uranus is trine Pluto. You should know this. You should know this. This is your big breakthrough. This is a huge breakthrough, especially in, of the mind, expanding our consciousness. But Uranus is surprises in the unexpected too, on top of these breakthroughs, in your fifth house of joy and pleasure and romance and love, but also creative projects. Fifth house is the creative house. It's creativity, creative partners, things like that, self-expression, but also hobbies, recreation, babies. A lot of y'all having babies. Congratulations. Fifth house, think of the root, create, okay? What did I just say? Procreation, recreation, okay? Creativity. So create. Tell yourself you're going to create something really special. Fifth house is also sex, by the way, because it's, you're making babies. So congratulations again. And with the fact that it's a new moon in Libra, a lot of y'all are getting married. Congratulations. The other thing is it's the unexpected and surprises. You might get proposed to unexpectedly. You might get, that contract that you wanted for the comic book you drew, or, just creative stuff. There's money stuff that's happening for you. There's so much happening for you. Okay. This is going to be really, really, really nice. Remember, Pluto is in your sign, direct and unbound, and he represents transformation. All this Scorpio energy is transformation. You're going through some big transformation. But remember, you have to seek it. You have to want it. You have to will it. But what's really going to turn up the notch here, on the same day, Mercury conjuncting Mars. They're perfecting. And what does that mean? They're going to be at 20 degrees. They're moving into this grand water trine with Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces. And as you know, Jupiter is trine Saturn. What the fax machine. That's huge. And that's going to be happening all month. All month. It's October 24th to October 29th where it really peaks. So I hope you're circle those dates in your calendar. Circle those dates in your calendar. I'm not even joking. You see me laughing? Anyway, the reason why is because Jupiter in Cancer, right? That is your success of work. Like I said, everyday activities, work, and even health, improving health. You've got Saturn and Pisces, your second house of money, finances, income. And then you've got Mars and Mercury conjunct in your 10th house of fame and career. So a lot of y'all are having really big changes in profession, career, your deep passions. All right? You're really good. And just everything, you're going to see changes. You're going to see big changes. And even health, like I said. Health matters. Mars is also physicality. So there could be something here where you're going to do something where you want to be recognized for, I don't know, like gardening, movement. Just think movement, whatever you want. But again, career is the big focus here. And because it is a grand water trine, these are emotionally moving waters. This is your determination, your willpower, your deep, intense passion, your endorphins, all amplified. Okay? And remember, it's Mars and Mercury and the prison portal. They're not just kicking doors open for you. They're rolling out the red carpet. This is incredibly optimistic. This is very, again, really moving, emotionally moving. And it's all happening under the 2-week window of the new moon in Libra. How special is that? One of the best new moons of the year. So if you're going to do a fist pump, please send me a selfie. But be sure to plant seeds. This is your time. This is your time. Cross watchers, by the way, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, Terry, okay? Or your sister, your best friend, Jeremy, whoever. All the air signs, Gemini, Libra, you're going to feel this new moon in Libra the most, okay? But I also really love this new moon for fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you know your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have any planets 27 to 29 degrees in any of the air signs, you're really going to feel this new moon in Libra. Now, the grand water trine. And by the way, oh, just wait till we get to the back of this, okay? So even with a lot of these aspects I say in the back, they're all going to be part of the grand water trine. That's going to be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces that feel the grand water trine the most. And I also love the grand water trine for earth signs. If you have any planets 24 to 26 degrees in your natal chart in any of the water signs, oh, you're really going to feel it. And remember, it doesn't matter. It just, any of those, okay? And the other thing is all the modalities are activated. So even if you don't, everyone is going to feel all of this. Now, here's a catch. There is a catch. And that's my job, to give you the catches, Aquarius. Mercury will not only go retrograde, in November, though, okay? But it is this day, I told you, it's a loaded day. Mercury will move into shadow. Mercury always has its pre-shadow, post-shadow period. Basically, he's just dipping his toes in that retrograde. He's going retrograde in Scorpio, so it's still a little, there's that intensity there, but just be mindful. That's it. Just be mindful, okay? Very likely there's going to be old bosses or former bosses or colleagues, etc., coming back. You're going to, next 2 weeks you're going to see that. Anyway, you're going to feel a lot of momentum too. Now, Wednesday, the 22nd, and you see like day after day after day after day, there's jam-packed. Neptune re-enters Pisces until my birthday, January 28th, 2026. So this is a big deal because this is the final time, the last time we are going to have Neptune in Pisces. It's 164 years, right? It's orbit. Anyway, Neptune rules Pisces. That's why it's a big deal. And it is kind of like this bittersweet moment because Neptune moving into Pisces is great. It's creative energy. It's compassion. It's intuitive energy. It's artsy. It's very spiritual. Yeah. It's been in Pisces since 2011. So there was a lot of y'all that were really getting creative about making money because remember, Neptune is now with Saturn again and Pisces in your second house of finances, income, salary, but also your self-worth, self-value, things like that, right? But okay. So, and material possessions. Now, here's the other thing. Neptune back with Pisces, right? They've been together since March 2023. So I want you to think about what happened for you since March 2023 till now when it comes to money and finances, okay? The other thing is that you're definitely going to feel a little bit of nostalgia, even deja vu around this time for the rest of the year as well. Because there is also a little bit of unfinished emotional work you will be doing, especially with your ideals when it comes to money, self-value, boosting confidence, things like that. But a lot of that, again, creative energy. You're going to be very creative about it. You're Aquarius. You're very creative. Saturn, Neptune together in Pisces. Remember, this is that last check-in. Yeah, they're checking in on you, making sure, did you learn your lessons about money and finances the past 2 years where Saturn made things really hard for you? And Neptune could have brought a little bit of illusion. And this is, like a pop quiz because you already learned your lessons at this point. And now they are helping you turn your dreams into reality. Neptune actually literally rules dreams, by the way. Pay attention to your dreams. And Neptune now joins the water trine. Around midnight, you see what's happening on Thursday, the 23rd. We move into Scorpio season. Welcome to Scorpio season, where we already have Mars and Mercury there conjunct. Remember, they're together. They're traveling together pretty much the rest of the month. So you have a stellium here. Stellium is when you have 3 or more planets in a sign. You have the Sun, Mars, Mercury. That's 3 times the intensity of the deep, intense passions that you're going to be feeling for the rest of the month, especially when it comes to your 10th house of career, fame. There are things that you want in career you're going to get. Okay? Remember, Scorpio energy is also not only transformation, but it's like digging for the truth. It's facing any of your truth, even doing some shadow work. It's like that as well. Yeah, you're going to be applying this energy in terms of building wealth and partnerships and wealth. There's a lot of money stuff and career and your legacy, to be honest, for the next 4 weeks. And you're going to be hyper focused here. Remember, it's all about your transformation. I've said that from the beginning. October is a month of your transformation. But you, especially you with Pluto in your sign, yeah, and it's Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy, by the way, is like, we need to talk energy, okay? Can be very deeply emotional when you have a stellium in Scorpio. But here's the thing. Another one. What I didn't tell you in your monthly forecast is that, sure, we have the Sun, Mars, and Mercury in Scorpio. But what are the chances the Moon moves into Scorpio this day too? So you've got the Moon, Mars, Mercury, and the Sun in Scorpio. It's a lot. If you're a subscriber, you know I've talked about the Moon in Scorpio. It already has a kick of its own, okay? It already is deep, very intuitive energy. Yeah? And that's where that detective energy kicks in. It's like your gut instincts, you're following your gut instincts, right? Who took the last carrot? Okay? That kind of energy. Nobody leaves the house until I figure out who took the last carrot. Because it's deep and it's intense. But you got a triple conjunction now with Mars, Mercury, and the Moon in your 10th house of career. So a lot of career stuff you are going to be focused on. Career, awards, achievements, social status, leadership, fame. Remember, it's your reputation. The 10th house is your reputation. So now the Moon has joined the Grand Water Trine for a little bit, right? For a few days. So what is this? It is emotions, feelings, intuition, mind, heart, desires, your deep passions. Remember what I said. What are you willing to endure for what you desire? You're going to get what you want with Mars and Mercury conjunct with the Moon now. Okay? Your 10th house of career. You're going through some big changes. Mars is actually the stronger, force out of all those. So he's leading this brigade. And so with that said, yeah, okay. We got that, right? Do I need to say anything? We got that. Just remember, he's the god warrior and a very emotionally intense sign. And so this can be a little bit, with Mercury there, it can be a little bit gung-ho, shooting from the lips. Okay? No filter, things like that. It can be a little bit dramatic. It can be a water well. It's emotional. It's a really emotionally intense sign. So there can be something here where it's emotionally energetic, maybe even emotionally assertive, where you may want to get things off your chest, or you may hear things. Remember, it's all about revelations. Yeah, especially with the Moon, which does illuminate. Now, the big focus will be career. Remember that, okay? But you can't forget Pluto's in your sign. So there may be some things that you've got to say. Whatever happens on your journey, just remember you're on a karmic journey. Mars is actions. Actions have consequences. Probably not the best day to tell your boss that she's basic. Yep. Just be very mindful. The truth does not change according to our ability to stomach it. Said who? Flannery O'Connor. Anyway, Jupiter is square Chiron that day. That is why I was harping on that, because this is a little emotional. Okay? Sensitive energy. It's in Aries. Chiron is in Aries. And Chiron in Aries is with Eris, Mars' sister. Remember, they perfected last week. So you're still feeling this. You've been feeling this all month, basically. So colleagues and employees, have you been getting along with them? Right? Jupiter in your 6th house of work, bosses, things like that, right? Contractors, whatever it is. There may be something here because Aries was your 3rd house of communication. And so there may also be siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, family energy, whatever it is, there is a little bit of sensitivity. Eris helps you rip off the Band-Aid. This is that opportunity to heal. I talked more about last week. It's just you will have that confidence in healing, but you will go deep, all right? Especially with all the undercurrents of, stellium in Scorpio. Anyway, on top of that, you see what's happening Friday. I really want you to pay attention to this Aquarius, October 24th. You've got the sun in Scorpio square Pluto in your sign. Let me remind you, Scorpio is the scorpion and has a stinger. What did I say last week? These stings linger, okay? Especially with a square like this, where Pluto, who's Scorpio's ruler, is involved. Yeah? Pluto's in your sign. You're going to feel this. You and Scorpio, out of all the signs, the most. And this would be the most challenging aspect of all of October. So, twice the intensity of that Scorpio energy, with that sting. Yep. So, there may be something here with career. Again, there may be something here where it's all about egos and power struggles. It's come at me, bro, energy. There is a sense of control and even resentment. Remember, I talked about those grudges. Yeah, holding on to grudges. There can be some extremity with Pluto in a square like this, and obsessions. Like, I can't let this go. I can't let this go. Who took the carrot from the, what is it called? Like Office Spaces. What is it called? The kitchen in the office. Is it there? Like the lounge. Who took the last carrot from the lounge? Anyway, that's what I'm saying. This is going to be a time where secrets may also be divulged. It may be you hearing something. There's someone that could be saying something that pokes the bear, which is you, which is someone saying, I think oranges are overrated, and you're wearing a t-shirt with an orange on it. So this is a day where just stay frosty, be cool, be responsive, not reactive. Please, Aquarius, okay? This is one of those days. And the reason why I really, really want you to be mindful this day is because it is burnout energy. You could be expending your energy into something that's not even worth your time. You've got bigger fish to fry. There's so many amazing things that are happening. And don't forget, this is why, okay? What did I say earlier? Uranus trine Pluto, right? In your sign. They're so close right now. They're going to perfect. By the way, buckle up. When we get to July, yeah, that's going to be a big month. Did you see what I said? What's happening on Great Awakener? Yeah. Also, I will leave you the video. Here's the thing. Uranus trine Pluto, part of the prison portal, right? If you don't know what that is, if you're new to this channel, it's that rare grand trine. I'll leave that video explaining it, what you as an Aquarius can expect for the next 2 years of your life. I'll leave that video. In this video, I talk about the fact that the North Node moves into your sign next year in July. Anyway, but there's a lot of other stuff happening. Anyway, here's the thing. We haven't had a connection like this with Uranus and Pluto in over a century. Yep. This is your big breakthrough. This is expanding your consciousness. This is feeling empowered on your path to enlightenment. Uranus is your ruler. Yeah. Sky god, right? And then I explained last week, Pluto is the ruler of the underworld. Yeah? As above, so below. Make it yours. Own it. Especially with Pluto, who is the planet that says, are you going to fear me or are you going to own me? That's Pluto, okay? Use the higher expression here. This is feeling driven to succeed. Unrelentless, like ambition. Like Truman in the Truman Show. We have the power to choose. Choose the higher frequency. So this day and the day surrounding it, what a great day. What a great day to put egos to the side, to have gratitude for the things that you have, to compliment someone, to spread that amazing energy. Everything's made of energy. To leave a tip in a tip jar at a coffee shop. Give your dog an extra treat. Things like that. Things like that. All right? You create your reality. Don't, and I say this all the time, never let anyone take away your power. Never let anyone pull you into their low energy frequency. What do? You pull them out of theirs. That's karma. That's the greater good. Choose to be radiant. Okay. This is a time to build bridges, not burn them. Fix signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, you. Okay. will feel this the most. And if you have any planets 0 to 2 degrees in your natal chart in any of those signs, like I do, you'll really feel it. I'll let you know how it goes. But look at what's happening. Come on. You've got so many great things happening. All right. Again, 24th, 29th, you feel the peak of the grand water trine. All of this amazingness that's happening. What does that mean? You're going to feel something. Yeah. You're going to feel alive. And sometimes it takes something like the Sun square Pluto to really make you feel, right? Something stirs in your soul. You're going to feel this rush. One thing that is happening, the moon will conjunct Juno and Sagittarius. So for you, this is great. This is amazing. Juno is, Jupiter's wife, Hera in Greek. She is Libra's asteroid. So she represents everything Libra does: partnerships, marriage, love, commitments, contracts, things like that, right? Anything that compatibility thing. Okay. The moon is going to conjunct Juno. So there's likely a decision you're going to make around this time, but it's all about truth and justice in any of these unions. That's going to expand your horizons. Okay. Because Sagittarius was your 11th house. So this also has to do with your future. It seems like they're making some big decision around this time. The other thing is the moon conjunct Juno will be opposite Uranus in Gemini. So that can bring a little unpredictable moments. Anyway, but breakthroughs. Yep. You see that Mercury in Scorpio will trine Jupiter in Cancer. What? Okay, here's the thing. You've got this is Mercury. Mercury is the mind, right? Communication. In your 10th house of career and fame and your reputation, trining Jupiter and Cancer in your success of work and everyday activities. So you see, this is amazing because this is your big ideas. You're maybe making a big announcement. This is where you get that surge of luck and abundance. With any of that, it's your big breakthrough. It's still part of your big breakthrough. In communication, this is really great for negotiating. Contracts, big thing here. This is just really powerful. There's something that's happening here where you're putting wheels in motion, okay? Bringing something to the table that's long lasting, all right? Just don't let the Sun square Pluto, don't let that take this away from you, all right? Never forget, you're the author of your story. This is really exciting. And whatever you receive around this time, you're definitely not going to get a slow clap. This is a big deal. Because whatever Jupiter's blessing here for you, when it comes to work, career, fame, even health, he's passing along to Saturn, okay? For the long term, these are your foundations. It's setting things in stone. October 25th, Saturday, Mercury trining Saturn. So you're going to feel, this is a package deal. You're going to feel this strongly all weekend. Part of the grand water trine. This, circle it big in your calendar. Perfect day to sign a contract. A big one. Now, the other thing that's happening is Monday, October 27th. Here we are. You ready? Oh, by the way, thank you so much to everybody who's joined the Great Awakener. We've been having so much fun. And speaking of making announcements, I got one to make. I'm going to tell you something. But let's continue. Monday the 27th, you see Mars will trine Jupiter. This is one of my all-time favorite aspects. And it's rare. It only happens like once a year. Okay. Please take advantage of this. It is one of the best days of 2025. We're talking all caps. Okay. Why? Because Mars trine Jupiter is all about gains. It's all about abundance, even profit. You've got Mars, action, drive, determination, that deep, intense passion of yours. And its domicile with an exalted Jupiter. This is one for the books. Jupiter, Jove, joy. But this is Mars too. So this is courage and action, meeting opportunity and expansion, optimism, wisdom,
Fortune favors the bold. This is happening again. 10th house of career, fame, your reputation, 6th house of work, everyday activities, your routines. There is something big happening for you. You see that. I hope you see that. This is really great for launches and passion projects. Even just, again, working toward your legacy, building things that's long lasting. So this is a great day to just figure out what brings you joy. You're going to feel it. Tell yourself, I'm going to feel joy this day no matter what, because I deserve it. I'm going to vibrate at that high frequency. And remember, you're still feeling it. Remember, this is still from since the new moon. All right. It's just, this is the peak. And you're going to start seeing all your effort. If you took all that inspired action, which you're going to do, you're going to see all your effort paid off. So even with the prison portal, by the way. So that's still a thing. Yeah. You're part of that. You're part of that. Pluto being in your sign. So this is also, to be honest, like facing any fears that you may have. Little reminder, fear is fiction. It's just something that we create, right? So there is something really special here. And the reason I'm talking about that with you is because the moon will be in Capricorn this day, forming a mini grand trine with Mars in Scorpio and Saturn in Pisces. And as you know, Mars is trine Saturn. So why is this significant? Because Saturn is not only your ruler, it's Capricorn's ruler too. Yeah. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. We'll talk more about in the second spread. Capricorn rules your 12th house. So the only thing here, we'll talk about the second spread, but just know the 12th house is very spiritual. It's very nebulous. It's creative though. And it's a lot of healing, but it's still Capricorn energy. So it's like very no nonsense, like rolling my sleeves up, but it is your 12th house. And the lower expression of the 12th house would be self-sabotage. It would be not facing your fears, if they even existed, right? Or isolation, things like that. Yeah, 12th house is more like rest and retreat. It's healing. And I am bringing this up because the moon in Capricorn will be applying some pressure to Chiron and Eris. All right? So we'll talk about more of the second spread. Wednesday the 29th, the most loaded day. That's when Mars and Saturn perfects at 25 degrees. So once again, Jupiter's blessing anything that was like passed over with all the other aspects, this life blueprint of yours, to Saturn, who is really building you that bridge. All about structure, long-term stability with your goals and your commitments. And again, Saturn in your second house of money, salary, income, finances. Big deal. Mars in Scorpio in your 10th house of career, fame. This is a big deal. You know this. It's a big deal. It's especially so because you've got the two malefic planets working for you. When's the last time you saw that? So they're building something really special and very like a lasting value. All right? Aquarius, come on. I really want to know what y'all, this is a big month for you, okay? The last 2 weeks, because you see Mercury will trine Neptune, Pisces, 29 degrees. This is poetry in motion. This is deep compassion. This is wonderful conversations, very artsy again, very artistic, creative expression here. This is your dream weaver. Remember, Saturn is bringing you that structure. You're going through major transformation. There's a lot of you are going to do things in really creative ways. And again, there is a sense of like deja vu you might have. There is a sense of even like nostalgia, as I explained. And it is a parting gift from Mercury before he moves into Sagittarius. We'll talk about Mercury and Sagittarius next month, where you're really going to feel it, all right, in November. But that, again, you're going to love because that Sagittarius was your 11th house of your future goals, aspirations, dreams, your social network, benefactors, allies, your support system. You're going to be very social. It's Mercury, right? But it's also, again, the mind, breakthrough, ideas. Mercury and Sagittarius is all about seeing the big picture. All right. Now, so you see what else? So moon in your sign. We have a quarter moon in your sign on the 29th. The 29th is a loaded day. One of the reasons why I put the moon in here, the quarter moon in your sign, is because it's going to conjunct Pluto. Meaning, now the moon in your sign joins the prison portal temporarily, but nonetheless. Yep. And this first quarter moon, it really is just going back to anything that was any of the things that you set intentions with from the new moon. And just if anything went a little sideways, correcting course, a lot of it's going to be more spiritual for you. A lot of it's more about, you know, your belief system as well. Here's the real thing. Okay. This is the day where 3i Atlas, the not comet, will be close to the sun, the closest to the sun. What does that mean? The sun is light, right? So we actually get to see what it is. The interstellar object everybody's talking about. I've talked about it. I told you what it is on Great Awakener. But here's the thing. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I've explained planets, asteroids, planetoids, fixed stars, anything in our solar system. They all have an impact on us, right? And so 3i Atlas is an object. It has energy. It has a frequency. So it's a very interesting day with all these aspects. The moon in Aquarius, which is, what is it? Aquarius is a sign of humanity. Aquarius is the collective. Yeah. On the same day, remember Uranus is going retrograde, or Uranus is retrograde and moving back into Taurus in November, just a week from now. So a lot of y'all are going to be thinking about moving or will move or do something with home, buy a property, maybe sell a property too. But Uranus is passing over that 0 degree point to go back into Taurus, meaning Uranus will conjunct Alcyone and the Pleiades, the brightest star. That was considered anyway, we'll talk about the second spread, but just know that's happening. It's a big day. And the moon conjunct Pluto, by the way, in your sign, it's empowering others. There is a lower expression and is being very emotionally manipulative. So let's avoid that and use the higher expression of empowering others. Now, Mercury in Sagittarius, sextiling Pluto in your sign. Come on. What a way to end the month. This is amazing on the 30th because you've got Mercury in Sagittarius in your 11th house. Who rules the 11th house? You. That's your home. Sextiling Pluto in Aquarius, sextiles being windows of opportunity. So this is speaking your truth. This is power in words and ideas, power of persuasion, negotiations. This has everything to do with your future. It's being very open-minded to possibilities. It's, like I said, seeing the big picture, taking action on the reality that you deserve. But there may be some news that you receive that's really nice, like mic drop. All right. So Aquarius, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. For the rest of October. Oh, you saw that, right? That was not, come on. What'd I say about that money you're going to make? You got a little wink from the universe. Aquarius, let's get started. See what's going on for you for this month. The rest of the month, October 20th to the 31st. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Aquarius, how are y'all doing? Yeah. You're amazing. You look amazing. You look so good today. Your hair looks great. You're Aquarius. Of course you do. And this is definitely going to be, listen, the last 2 weeks are going to be really big for you. And I do want to I want to know what's going on. I do a traditional Celtic Cross spread. It, offers the best overview. If we need a full clarifiers, you know that we will. We will. If you're new to my channel, I am an Aquarius. We're Team Aquarius. I got you. I love it. All right, let's get started. Oh yeah, there are going to be some changes. There's going to be some changes. Big ones. Okay. Yep. Yeah, big ones. I might need a piece of chocolate for this. Okay. Well, remember, it's like a clarifier for your spread. Anyway, you got the world. Everything's changing. You know it is. Okay. Everything in your life is changing. You've been feeling it since the summer. You got bigger changes happening. Okay. A lot of it's internal. A lot of it's within you. You're feeling this sense of confidence, empowerment. Like, I want this. I'm going to get this. I deserve this. There's that boost, right? Especially with Saturn and Neptune back in Pisces in your second house. So there's something here, as in, remember, that's self-worth. It's saying, hey, I'm worth this much. I'll be charging this much now. All of that. Anyway, you've come to the end. You got the world. You got the four. You're here too, by the way. You see the 4 fixed signs? You're a fixed sign here. Stability, moving forward. It's a world, right? It's the end of the major arcana. Be very proud of yourself. Think about the Fool's journey, right? There are highs and lows. There's dualities. Everything's merging. Everything's merging. You see the dancing figure dancing for a reason. Be very proud of yourself. This is a big accomplishment, big achievement, and it does seem like there's something big happening with the world, right? There's something ending for this new chapter to begin in the last 2 weeks of October, where new chapters begin. Okay, so the fact that this card is ruled by Saturn, by the way, Saturn being in, Pisces, but also Saturn being your traditional ruler, says a lot. It speaks volumes. Remember, I talked about that stability and that sense of authority as well. Really nice. Really great. Now, look at that. Look at that. 5 of Pentacles. So this feels like there may be, remember, Uranus is trining Pluto in your sign. Pluto in your sign is a little wild. Yeah. And Uranus is your ruler. There may be something here where it's like, yeah, there's something new because something just kind of ended for this new beginning for you. All right. But 5 of Pentacles, these are 2 people that are really focused on their plight. And these are 2 people who they're literally outside a church, outside the sanctuary. All they have to do is look up, right? All they have to do is go inside. There's so many people inside. Yeah. They're all, there's a band playing Hootie and the Blowfish. It doesn't matter. They're all inside, and all they got to do, they got all that support. They got Gatorade. They're passing out Gatorade, whatever it is, whatever you want. Look at the Pentacles. They're shaped as an anchor. This is an anchor of hope and support and everything. But again, all they have to do is look up. And this card is, saying that there may be some hardships. That is the 5 of Pentacles. Financial, Pentacles are a physical realm, your physical world, right? So there's something here. It could be a relationship. It could be a partnership. It could be even a job. There could be something here, but that is where the healing needs to be done. Because you also got the 6 of Pentacles in your challenge area. So this is saying there's going to be some big lesson learned. Remember, I said Saturn in Pisces, the final time with Neptune. It's like a pop quiz. What have you learned the past 2 years? And so there may be something that comes up with a 6 of Pentacles, a very philanthropic man in your challenge area. There may be something here where there is a little bit of, having to understand the balance with giving and receiving. Okay? Ask yourself, am I giving, and I'm not getting anything at all? Or am I waiting to receive, but I'm not giving? All right. So having that balance, you even see the scale in his hand. We call him the young Hierophant. Blessings, right? But he is in your challenge area. So there is something here. Again, lesson to be learned. Raise your frequency. That's all it takes. And you will see the difference it makes, said Jake. Okay? Now, you got the 3 of Wands in your crown, 10 of Swords in the root of your spread. You see that there is something here ending and beginning, right? You see the 3 of Wands is all about, I want to go discover the world. I want to go meet people. I want to do things. I want to launch things. And through that entire process, I want to discover who I am and what I'm capable of. I just want to mingle with people too. I want to start things. I want to start a business, open up a pizza shop, whatever you want. This is part of the new moon in Libra in your ninth house. Remember, that's expanding your worldview, the way that you see things, your belief system, as well as self-belief. But it is very spiritual. And that's really great. A lot of y'all traveling too, by the way. Okay? I think I said that. And then you have that 10 of swords in the root of your spread. And now you got another person. Where is he? Who has the same hand gesture as the young Hierophant, the high priest, right? Blessings. Blessings in disguise. Even here. There was something meant to happen. Here, that was, it's over. I don't have to worry about this. I may have learned the hard way with the Ten of Swords, but this is the card of New Dawn, where the sun is coming out on the horizon. Yeah, this is a 10. When 0 equals 1, but you've got to learn everything that was hard. You've got to learn what was the life lesson, because that's what karma is. You've got to learn your lessons in order to move forward and continue on your journey. If you don't learn your lessons, you get trapped in that cycle. It's like a hamster wheel. So it's a swords up here, right? So anything that was taking up a lot of headspace, where you were hard on yourself too, okay? You've got to learn, what is it that made me go through this experience? And that's going to bring me that peace of mind. And then I can move forward. That's the Four of Swords. It does look like it's something with the relationships. Actually, you did get justice in your challenge area last week, didn't you? Yeah. There could have been an ending of, and a lot of y'all have focus on career. So it could have been like the end of a, contract or something like that, right? But there is something here. This is really nice. This is rest and retreat. This is like stillness of mind. And it's what you need with this. Yeah. I'll pull some. I'm going to pull a clarifier, but I'm going to look at this here. Let's see this first. All right, Aquarius. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what is going on. You got a lot of money. And that's the other thing. I'm going to say something first, but there is change that you're going to be experiencing for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, never resist change. And what's also really interesting? Well, let's look at this first. I'll tell you in a second. I want to see. Yeah, there you go. You're good. You're going to be fine. What I was going to say is this is a Taurus card. This is a Taurus card. Fixed signs, Taurus. And then King of Pentacles is Taurus. You got a lot of Taurus energy here. And so Taurus, like I said, rules your fourth house. So a lot of home, family matters could be possible. Okay. But Taurus in general rules finances. Okay. So he rules the second house. Remember, you've got Saturn and Neptune there and the North Node in your second house. Oh, okay. Now, yeah. So you're good. You just got to pick yourself up and just, you feel that willpower. You feel that drive. That's what this is. The Chariot. Just going after everything that you want, not stopping for nothing. That's what he's doing. You see the stars in his canopy? The star in tarot is your card. It's attributed to Aquarius. And so he's going straight for his dreams. His goals, everything that he wants. And he's not turning around. He's not going back. He's not turning back. This is full life force here. And when I say he's not turning back, look at his chariot. He's literally sitting in cement. Like, he's not going back. So yeah, that's a matter of just like connecting with that willpower. Just are y'all, what would really help? Some of y'all, if you have cars, take a little short trip. Okay? Take a little short trip. That's going to help. Anyway, and a lot of y'all are going to do it anyway. Page of Cups in your external factors area. Amazing. There's someone coming through. There's something new coming through. There's an offer coming through. There's a message coming through. There's a creative idea coming through. There's a person coming through. There's something that's really nice where it's going to help you follow your bliss. All right. So that's really, really, really special. And it seems like you're seeking it anyway. It just feels like there's something in the way here. And it does feel like it's you being hard on yourself. And there's this disconnect between, again, it really feels like this pressure on how you feel about you. And a lot of that could be because of another person. Yeah. Now, you have the Eight of Pentacles here. Amazing. He's driven too. He's driven too. He's focused. He's hyper-focused on building his legacy. Money, career, work, whatever you want, whatever you want. All right? This is actually life-changing for you because this card is attributed to Sun and Virgo. Virgo rules your 8th house. All right? So that is death and rebirth. It's transformation. It's Scorpio's home. You're going through changes. You're going to be going through changes. And we did have the South Node. And actually, even with the Capricorn moon, it's going to connect with the North Node, South Node as well. And Capricorn rules the 10th house. So it's all about, remember, no nonsense. Get it. Page of Swords. There's something here, big life lesson you're learning, new way of seeing things, thinking about things. That comes after you take that time out to do it. Then you got that Page of Swords. There's a lot of enthusiasm with the Page of Swords. Pages bring in that fresh new energy, right? So there is something new on the horizon. And for you, a lot of y'all, again, it's this new way of thinking, new way of seeing things. It's almost like maybe there was something in your blind spot, but also at the same time, it's the Page of Swords. Swords, the mental suit. So again, all pages are messengers, but this is the mental suit. So there is a big idea. There's also, again, maybe a contract. Maybe there is a message that you do receive. This is nice because what's happening here, it's showing that you're gonna come out of this. You got to put in the work. And then you see what's on the other side waiting for you. Yeah. I have to actually put up my glasses. It's late. But yeah, the King of Pentacles popped out for a reason. He's the richest king. This is someone who's very practical, very pragmatic. He's a big protector too. This is someone who owns his wealth. That's confidence. Look at his hand over the pentacle. That's ownership. Look at all that abundance. He holds that golden scepter. Creates all this money, wealth. Anything he wants, anything he touches turns to gold. This is really, really special. So it's basically saying you can be on your way, but there's something here that's got to end. It's part of this story, okay? And it feels like a big life lesson. Remember, even with the world, yes, there is a sense of accomplishments, achievements, but it's almost like you've come to the end. Like everyone has that process of like, wow, I made it. Like, what did I go through? What was the experience like? Those things, right? And then you have this movement here, but a lot of things waiting for you. Now, let's see. I want to see that Five of Pentacles for you. Six of Cups. It's really sweet. This is saying that, first of all, this card is attributed to the Sun in Scorpio. So remember, you are going to have the Sun in Scorpio. You're in Scorpio season. A lot of emotional energy. Cups are emotions and feelings, right? But even intuition, Scorpio's heightened intuition, but rules your 10th house of career. So there could be something here with career where, again, nostalgic energy may come through with Neptune, as even with Mercury going retrograde, or not retrograde, but in shadow in the 10th. So there is a little bit of a union here, but there is this kindness, a gentleness, everything harmonizing for you. This is saying you're good, you're fine. This is highly associated with past times as well. So there could be a lot of nostalgic energy. People come back into your life, offering you jobs, things like that, saying, hey, let's partner up and do this. Whatever it is, it brings joy. It brings a lot of joy. and even compassion. Um, I wanted to see also that. Oh yeah, the Ten of Swords. Let's see. Uh, yeah, you're gonna be fine. That's you being hard on you. All right. Remember, they're focusing on their play. They're choosing to be in like low energy frequency, and that's just not you. I'm saying that's what the card is, right? You got all that support, all that hope. All they gotta do is look up. But once you do, you got that, and then you got the 10 of Pentacles. So remember, I said he works hard. That's what you want. You want to achieve goals. This is your legacy. I said he's successful. He's going to make it. And then you get to the 10. 8 of Pentacles. You skip the 9. Go straight. So it's in the root of your spread with that 10. You got these 2 10s. 10. Like I said, 1 0 goes 1. New beginning. There's something here. 10 of Pentacles. I mean, you see the Pentacles raining from the sky in the form of the tree of life. This is the you made it card. This is the card of like success. It's like your kingdom come. Okay. This is legacy. This is coming into your physical realm. The second house, remember, it's also material possessions. You could be getting things, in your physical world. But you see there's a bit of everything here. You see a really big house, and that's the biggest house in tarot as well. Well, this is a castle, FYI. So remember, a lot of home and family energy that you're about to move into when we get to November. And back into actually. But this is really great. This is really amazing. Again, you're gonna feel something. You're gonna feel something. It's gonna be moving. All right? These pentacles, there is a sense of just having that gratitude and appreciation for what you have in your physical world. And that's high frequency. Yeah. But it's also a lot of like money, a lot of money motivation here. Even with that King of Pentacles saying, "Hey, I'm waiting for you, waiting for you." So new beginnings all around. It's just that 5 of Pentacles. Remember, a lot of this it really is opening yourself up and having that self-belief and knowing that you can have whatever you want. Okay. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. Next week, we will talk about, November is big. In fact, it will be November where a lot of y'all actually start new jobs or careers, launch your own business. We do have a new moon in Scorpio. Or even December. Yeah, it's a little later in the month. Anyway, Aquarius, and the second spread, we're going to look at the new moon in Libra. One of the best of 2025. And we'll do a spread on that, but also a lot of those aspects. I'm going to look a little bit deeper into the moon conjuncting Pluto. You see that's going to be a big thing for you, Pluto in your sign. Big transformation, but you're actually really, really good. Take that time out for you. That's what you need, okay? There's some things happening here where it just does, it feels like you're a little bit hard on yourself, and you may even feel like you're not feeling supported in some areas. There is a little bit of, even with that 6 of Pentacles here, there even could be a little bit of like everything I said earlier, but there may be someone there that, do I trust this person? Like that could be a little bit of an energy that you may also feel as well. Okay. It is Scorpio season, all about the truth coming to the surface. But yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. I love these 2 pages. You're great. And keep yourself open to that too with that 6 of Cups. It feels new people coming into your world. Anyway, Aquarius, next we talked about, if you like this reading, it would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what is going on. This is for me too. You know that, right? This is for me too. I'm an Aquarius too. And yes, I am speaking of announcements. Yeah, I'm launching my big thing on greatawakener.com. You'll see it. I don't know when you're going to see this forecast. It's going to come out. I'm doing a sneak peek. It's the October 18th to the 20th. I'm really excited. All right. Anyway, I'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.